Hi guys! Welcome back to Money and Chi, and we're on our third week with Trade with Chi. So, first of all, I would like to say thank you for everyone who subscribed already, and also I would like to say thank you for updating me with your progress. Syempre, nakakataba yun ng puso, lalo na we know that we are actually helping, or I'm actually helping you guys, and it's so fun to know that you are, somehow learning slowly, trading or investing in the market, diba? Kasi we wanted to improve the financial literacy in this country. So the more people who understands, then that's better for us. Another thing is, of course, we have some questions from our subscribers and we would like to answer all of those. Next, of course, will be the stocks that we will be evaluating. That's gonna be 5 stocks. I'm sure you're excited for that, so let's start! So anyway guys, so the first question that we have is, what are the list of stocks that I can invest? Actually, there are around 300 stocks or companies that are listed in the Philippine stocks market. And if you don't know, or if you want to see those companies, you can click on the link below. It's gonna be in the comment box. These are the list of companies that you can invest into. You have to make sure that you look at the stock symbol. So that stock symbol, you will use that for stocks niya when you have the online broker, and then you can see na yung quotes niya, like that, and some information that you need to see. Okay, so the next question is, what if my stockbroker closed, and how can I know if it's a legitimate broker? So with that, we actually have, or PSE actually have, a directory of stockbrokers, and you can find it in the link below. I will put it as well in the comment box. You can check it out. So if you're planning to open an account to other stockbrokers that I did not mention, it's okay. They have a list there. So all of these stockbrokers are accredited to trade for PSE. Okay? Another question nga is, what if it closed? Diba? Kasi there's a news, like I think last year, wherein one of the stockbrokers with 50 years na in the industry closed because of its employee, theft. What happens with that? So technically, you actually still own the stocks, diba? Broker is just there to do the buying and selling for you, but those stocks are named after you. At the end of the day, you have to make sure lagi lang that you download the monthly statement so that you have a proof that you bought those stocks and you own that. In the earlier days, actually, when stock goes to IPO, it prints stock certificates, and then those stock certificates are lodged in PSE, and then PSE just provides script, so they it's like a certification that you own those. You can actually request the certificate itself, but then again, because of digitalization, then naging scriptless na siya. So now it's online or digital na yung list nila. You can also transfer from one broker to another. That's possible as well. You just have to talk to the other broker and ask them how to do it. Kasi sa kanila lang naman, nasa system nila yung account mo. So you can just move it to one broker to another. Of course, there will be some transaction fees with that move. But then again, you can do that because at the end of the day, you own those stocks. So it's named after you. Okay? Next one, is it okay to invest in properties right now? If you're willing to wait for like a year or two before your capital comes back, then it's okay, because definitely there will be some bleeding as of the moment. It's one of the sectors that are greatly affected because of the lease, right? Pero if you remember, in 2009, when there was a recession as well, after the recession, actually, our properties boomed. Not just the properties, but actually our economy because of BPOs. So, because, nagkaroon ng issue with the recession, so most of the companies tried to cost cut. And because of that, they allowed, they look for locations wherein the rent and the manpower is cheaper. That's why they went here to the Philippines. Apparently, after a few years, the rentals went really high, and that caused some of the BPOs to close here as well and move to another location such as India. So now, it depends how this will turn out. But yeah, there's some opportunities there. We're not very sure kasi right now, the move naman is to do, or to be in online, diba? In online, you don't really need a location or an office. So, still, that's a risk for them. So, if you're looking at trying to invest on properties, yun, medyo malaki yung risk as of the moment because of the future and everything else. So, if you're willing to take that risk and or wait longer, then go ahead, invest. Nobody's stopping you. Okay? So, the last question is, what do you think about AC or Ayala Corporation's consolidation? So, by the way, guys, when you say Ayala Corporation intends to consolidate, not all of it, hindi kasama yung AC. If you know the stock symbols of AC, Ali, yan, puro Ayala yan, right? Globe is also Ayala. The only stocks that will consolidate are MWC or Manila Water and ACEPH, or it's Ayala I forgot. AC, Ayala Corporation Energy Philippines, something like that. Yung energy nila. So, why are they doing that? So, according to them, they wanted to consolidate to plus the infrastructure. Again, if you watched some of my videos before, the reason that companies go to IPO or to stocks market is to raise capital, right? So the thing is, like Manila Water has been going down, even though their earnings are going up year on year. Because of government, there are some controversies against it regarding to yung concession contract nila. So because of that, the price of the stocks actually plummeted. And I think they wanted to consolidate that so that in case, there's somehow cushion in the sense that AC Power can actually manage or basta mapoprotect yung value ng Manila Water because of the energy company. I think that's what they're thinking. Another thing is that they have a new sector, they have a new business line, which is the infrastructure. So what do you do in infrastructure? Eto malamang to, they wanted to bid as well sa mga PPP projects. Like for example, Aboitiz already started that 2 years ago. They acquired Lafarge. It's a cement company because they wanted to move on to the infrastructure industry as well. So it's kind of like that. Most of them are moving towards that. As San Miguel as well. So si Ayala, medyo late na siya, pero it wants to get in as well. As parang late din siya pumasok sa energy. Tapos anyway, so they wanted to enter the market, but of course, if it's a new company, it's gonna be hard to get financing if it's all by itself. So that's why it wants to be part of the two listed companies, so it's easier to get funding for their future projects. So, ano naman yung mga medyo critical things that you need to know? They haven't released any structure yet, but as you may know, the price of ACEPH is I think around 1 peso something. And then MWC is around 10 pesos. So, if you consolidate both, so ano yung maging price niya? If you consolidate both, paano yung shares nila? How do you add that up? So that's another discussion. That's another thing that they haven't released yet. Of course, malamang na plan naman nila yan beforehand. And what's gonna be, because if they will reissue stocks or something like that, it will depend greatly. Another thing is that actually in businesses, what we always do is we do SPVs, or special purpose vehicle. It's usually a company because you wanted to separate each business lines, each business models, kasi you have different cost drivers or revenue drivers. So magkakaroon ng different, especially sa revenue structure, kasi ang power generation sila. So B2B yan. They have a different operations. Manila Water retail naman. So B2C, there's a different meron din siyang B2B pero mas larger yung B2C niya. So if you think about it, how do you manage those two operations with super different ways of handling? That's gonna be difficult. At the same time, in terms of management, sino magiging head, diba? Sino magli-lead? Is it the water or the energies? They said the infrastructure, but who's that's gonna be, diba? Maraming questions, maraming things that needs to be answered. The only thing that we can do is to trust Ayala Corporation that they're doing it correctly, but at the end of the day, there are some confusions and not clear. Like me, at least as an investor, would try to step out for a while kasi I don't know yet what's gonna happen. It's a very risky asset for me right now to enter into. Okay, so I think we've covered all of the questions. If you still have some questions, please feel free to send me those questions in my Facebook page below. Just add me, follow my page, and then you can just ask me and tell me your progress. I would be so happy to know what's happening, your trading experience, and how much I can help you. Okay, so now we move on to our new stocks picks. So first, we move on to Metro Bank. As you can see, Metro Bank has a 5-year strong performance. It went down and then up, up, up. So they have 5-year good performance in terms of earnings. And then their year-on-year EPS is 7.03, which is good kasi it means their earnings went up by 7% from 2018 to 2019. And then their year-to-date PE growth, again, you use PE ratio to know how cheap your stock is compared to its earnings. So from end of 2019 to the price right now, discounted siya at 41.18%, diba? That's good na. Anyway, so we move forward to the charting. You can see that the buy is for the short wave is around 37.5 and the sell is 43. And then if you look more of the longer or the bigger wave, 35 to 54. Okay, moving forward to LTG. LTG shows like very strong 5-year performance. It's been increasing its earnings year on year for 5 years. The year-on-year EPS from 2018 to 2019 is actually 42.67%. Can you imagine that? And its PE growth from year-to-date is 35.81. So, 35% discount on an earnings of 42%. Isn't that amazing? Anyway, so for the short wave, 5.7 buying and sell at 8.4. If you're just doing trading, I'm not encouraging you to do trading as of the moment because of the instability or ang dami pang unanswered questions in our minds. So, but then if you're strong enough to do that, then do the short waves. Good luck. For the long waves, of course, it's 5.45 and then you can wait until 12.68. Okay, so now we move on to BDO. With BDO, as you can see, it has a very strong 5-year earning performance with 5 years always up, up, up. And then its year-on-year EPS growth is actually at 35.27. Its YTD, year-to-date PE growth is at 36.71. Discount low down. If you again look at the chart, as you can see, you've read some technical analysis or patterns before. this kind of looks like a symmetrical triangle pattern. So when you see something like this, it could either go up or down. With the latest news about BDO, they have reported a 10% decline of their revenue for first quarter. So there's a high chance that it could go down, especially tomorrow. So just watch out. If it goes below 100, you can buy, because I think 90, around 90-ish is okay. So in the short wave, if you just look at it, it's around 99. You can buy at 99 actually, and 114 selling price. For a long wave, of course, 95 and sell at 135. For the long wave, I'm just using the last support. Again, I don't expect it to cross that line because the ECQ is extended. It means that they already lost 2 months of their income, or it depleted, if not entirely lost. Next one, SMC, San Miguel Corporation. So they have a weird, not really, a 5 year. So it went down and then up, up and down. We know this year is gonna be another down as well. Their year-on-year EPS growth is actually negative 24.57. So ang laki nun pero wala pa silang 2019 report So this is from 2017 to 2018. Pero for that year, nag-loss sila ng 24% sa revenues nila, which is not good, diba? But then, the year-to-date PE growth went down by 34%. So, it's a downtrend. Again, I'm not very sure if it's the right time to enter. But, in a short wave, 97, buy, sell at 110. And for the long wave, you can buy at 95 and sell at 134. SMC hasn't cleared yet its 2019 revenue, but watch out for that. I think you have to wait until they release that before you can actually, decide on buying their shares, because it's kind of not very good. But definitely they are operational. So I think they're one of the companies that will perform better than others. So there's a positive thing about that. Last one is BPI. BPI also have a 5-year strong earning performance. They have up. Their year-on-year EPS growth is 19.44%. And their year-to-date PE growth is actually negative 32.31%. That's a good discount as well. So BPI is one of those stocks that you can just buy and then just wait for their dividend. They give quarterly dividend. They never miss that. That's why their stock price never went up more than 100. They did sometime, but then it went back to again, I think 90-ish. In BPI, you can see in the chart, it has actually an ascending triangle. So, kanina si BDO, diba, symmetrical siya. For BPI, if this trend is correct, so it has an ascending triangle, which signifies there's gonna be an uptrend, so it's gonna go up. But we'll never know what happens next because it's kind of unpredictable right now, but that's what the chart says. For the short wave, the buy is at 57.5. You can wait if the uptrend will proceed, then you can sell at 70. For the long wave, you can buy at 55 and sell at 77. Okay? After the news about the extension of the ECQ, we can see that there might be some downtrend in the market this week. So guys, thank you again for watching Money and Chi, and I hope you learned something new again today. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, and thank you for those who already subscribed. Please hit the notification button so that you're updated every time I upload new videos. And if you have any questions and you wanted to update me with your progress, how I help you, please feel free to message me on my social media accounts, especially on my Facebook page and in my Instagram as well, Money and Chi. You can see all the links below. Good luck and happy investing. Bye!